It's Caleb with White Metal Games here, and I want to give you a quick tour of the studio because it is a wreck. We just got back from Mace, and we had a great time. We haven't had any time to put anything away yet. As you can see, the camera can't even focus. There's so much depth going on. We've got all this stuff that came back, and we've got to pack it up and get it ready for shipping, or get it ready for whatever its next destination is, whether that be shipping or back to the case or whatever. But before I get into all that, this video is intended for Peter with Epoch Studioz. Peter is a guy that we actually interviewed on the podcast a few weeks ago. We haven't aired that podcast yet, just because we're waiting to do a Tyranid flavored podcast. We want to work his interview into that because he's such a just a gifted artist that we really wanted to include him in that Tyranid podcast that we have forthcoming. That is forthcoming. In the meantime, however, this video is intended just to sort of show the community the ways I like to sort of reach out and sort of, associate with other, studios and other people out there that do what we do. I do feel like we are a big community, and I want to be, I just want to be more a part of it. And so in that spirit, I try to reach out to people whenever I can. I try to reach out to other artists, other communities. I try to reach out to other charity drives. I try to reach out to other artists and other studios. And I just try any way I can, whether it be trading services or trading product or just trading information. If someone's just like, hey, how do you achieve that? Or hey, how did this happen? I try to be an open door when it comes to that sort of stuff. I don't want to have any secrets if I can avoid it. Maybe one or two here or there. Anyway, so in that vein, Peter recently posted on his Facebook page. He's been really actively posting recently, which I love, because I love to see what he's doing. And he's been really actively posting on his Facebook page, and I'll put the link in the show notes below here, or in the notes in the notes down there, his web address. But he's been posting, and he said that he sent out a call for bits. Basically, he said that if anyone has any Tyranid bits, that he would love to receive them. And when you start to look at his Tyranid conversions, you will realize why. His conversions are just massive. They include tons and tons of pieces, and some of his models have dozens and dozens of sets of Scything Talons and Carapace bits. And even someone like me, who's been converting Tyranids for going on a decade now, realizes very quickly that your store of bits can run out very quickly. Now, I've been very fortunate the last few years. I've had a lot of commissions come my way, and about 3 years ago, I had a ton of Tyranid commissions come my way. When the Codex dropped, maybe it was 4 years ago now, it's a while, so I lost track of time, but when the Codex first came out back then, I was doing Tervigons and Terrain effects before the official model kit came out. I was kind of kit bashing some stuff together. So because of that, I was buying Carnifex kits left and right. So I just had tons and tons of bits left over. And when I was doing Doom proxies and Parasite proxies, I just had tons and tons of bits from those left over too. So I don't need all that. I'm not actively converting Tyranids the way I used to. So because of that, I have bits on hand that I don't really need. Peter does. He has bits I can use for some future projects. He's got some amazing bits. So this video is intended for you, Peter, to see exactly what you've got coming to you, and so the community can understand that, like, how this is going to work. And that way, too, if people are out there and you see there's something you need and maybe I can furnish it for you, maybe you have something I need. So if you are, a fan of the studio and our work, and you're like, hey, man, I'd really like to do this, what would you be willing to trade for it? Let me know what you've got. I'm always looking for bits. I'm always looking for models. I've got 3 or 4 projects going on in the back of my mind at any one time. I've got half a dozen armies I'm beginning to assemble slowly, and those projects take time and they take a lot of bits. And even though I like bits vending and bits vendors, anything I can do to save $1, it's just another dollar I can put towards something else. So in that spirit, this is going to be like a care package for Peter, and you get to be a part of it and see how this works. So Peter, let's see what we got. Okay, first up, got a nice empty box here. Nice little bit of foam or bubble wrap, so we're good to go. All right, first up, let's throw some Tyranid Carnifex heads in there. Everyone has a million of these laying around. You probably do too. At the very least, you can use them for some test schemes. What else we got? Here are some large Ravener claws. It looks like there's about a dozen sets or so. Let's throw those in there. Ravener Corsos. They give you 4 per model in the box. You only need 1, so you always have plenty left over. So here's literally a fistful of these. There's probably 100 in there. These are great for stuff like barricades and conversions and filler bits. If you were going to do any Tyranid terrain, they'd be great for that. Let's put that in there. Barb stranglers. I got tons of these left over from Tyranids. There's about 16 in here. So that's like a gross or something, or a baker's gross or something like that. So, boom. And that has the Stranglethorn cannons plus the feeder ammo pouch, which is really nice. What else we got? We got some Rending Talons, or Rending Claws. These are from the Ravener kit. Looks like there's about, I don't know, 20 or 30 in there. There are those in there. Small Scything Talons from the Ravener kit. Looks like there's about 20 or 30 in there. Bam. Carnifex tails and torsos. I think I counted these earlier. I think I put 20 of these torso tops on there. Let's see if I can get it to focus through the bag. There you go. That's the carapace bit that goes on top. And then these tails, I had a bunch of these left over. I've used them for zoanthropes and stuff over the years, but I'm kind of tired of using them, so he can use them. I think there's 4 tails, and I think there's 16 or 20 of these carapace tops. Bam, that's in there. Let's see what else we got. We got... Oh, sorry. You know what? I'll bring the camera over here. Let's do that. Large Scything Talons. Large Scything Talons. Death Spitters. Large Scything Talons. 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 Small Scything Talons. Large Scything Talons. Large Scything Talons. Who's got a tally going? Large Scything Talons. Large Scything Talons. Crushing Claws. Small Scything Talons. Small Scything Talons. Small Scything Talons. Small Scything Talons. Crushing Claws. Small Scything Talons. Small Scything Talons. Small Scything. Small Scything. Small Scything. Small Scything. Small Scything. Large Scything. So, do we want to do a count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, there might have been 19 in there. I lost count. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 extra bits baggies. That's 30 bags of assorted Scything Talons, Crushing Claws, a pair of Death Spitters, Heads, Ravener Talons, Scything Talons, blah, 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 blah. That is a lot of Tyranid bits. How many Tyranid bits is that? How many bits? That is, can you see it? A little hard to see. Can we see it? That is 1 pound, 13 ounces of bits. That is almost 2 pounds of Tyranid bits. 2 pounds of bits, Peter, coming your way. Ready for you to convert your little dream heart out, and hopefully he brings me something good in return. Peter, I think like I mentioned to you before, I love your product, and I really want to do some StarCrafty figures or some, some aliens figures, so some Geiger-esque stuff. So send me enough to do whatever you feel is fair. I'm going to leave it up to you, and when it gets here, I'll do an unboxing video, and we'll see how we did. And so that's good, I think. Yeah, so we're getting a little long on this video, so I'm going to cut it off here. But, Peter definitely puts his stuff where his mouth is. He definitely puts his minis where his mouth is. And when he sends me some bits, let me see if I can too. All right, that's it, guys. Have a good night.